Hello everyone, and today we come back and look at my experiment. So Solana today is $74. Now it come down to 73.95. So about $74. And when I bought it in February, it was $82. I bought it $400 and it cost me 32,800. And so it's look like I'm losing $808 per share right now, and altogether I'm losing $2,800. But I also gained 3 share. Now I had 403 share. So when I bought it in May 10, it went up to 6,100, and now I gained 6,100. Now I lost 2,800. So now I'm down about $9,000. But when it come down to 60, I will down by 14,000. So the price is volatile. It always come up and down. So I'm not too worried about it that much because that is just the price of crypto. It came up and down so quickly. So my prediction, so at the end of this month, it might go back to 76, and at the end of September, maybe go up to 82, and at the end of the year, maybe go to 95. So we go like at the end of this month, I will still lose some money, but in September, I might get break even on, and $82 break even. But I still make a little bit of money because I gain 3 share. And I think at the end of the year when it go 95, I will make like $15 per share. So I will make some money. And this is my prediction, and this one is Kashi prediction. So Kashi prediction said maybe $100 above it, have like 36% chance. $150 and above, a 21% chance. So 95 is about normal because if 100 or above 30% chance, so it less than 100 will be 70, about 64% chance. So this one we have might have 64% chance of $95. So yeah, it should be good. So that is my experiment. So see if at the end of the year I can make any money, or maybe losing some money because the stock market we don't know when it go up or down. And other experiment is like when it gonna go up to all-time high $240. Sometime it take 3 years, sometime it take 1 year. This time it might take longer than 1 year. So we'll see. But today actually look like everything is doing well today. Let's see. Solana go down and it come back up, so it's doing pretty well. Bitcoin or Ethereum, the same thing. Go down and come back up, but it's still losing money, so Ethereum's not doing really well, but Bitcoin surprisingly doing well right now. Even though this morning it was like in the bear market this morning, bear pressure market, but now it come back really good. It rebounds very good. So, and we can look at PKW that have 160 company that use their free cash flow to do share buyback. And I think like a couple of days ago, it just break another record, $248. This is really, really not volatile at all. The price really is slow and steady. If you look at 1 month, go from 41, just keeping go steady a little bit at a time. So that's why this when it go down, it's not go down that much neither. 139 to 128 and now 145. So this is really good. Really good, really safe to buy. It still have risk, more risk than bond, but also more return than bond. S&P 500 the same thing. Today almost 1.5% up. Dow Jones Industrial 1.32% up. Nasdaq Composite 100 2.13% up. Gold today actually about flat line. It went up and then came back down and went back up to about the same price in 5 days. It came down a little bit. So it stay around 44,000 to 4,100 for gold. When the price of oil came down and the gold price come down a little bit too. So you see the oil price is come down to $80 per gallon now. It came down from 85 to $85 down. And also SpaceX, we see it was down to 106 and now back up to 114. In 6 months, it was 211 and it came down all the way to 106 and now 114. And I do not want to put any position in this target. I like SpaceX, but I don't want to trade it yet because I'm gonna wait after 6 months. And some people that like they been released so they can sell the stock, and when they sell it, and it should come down to more. And if we're around this like 110, 114, I in January or February I will buy it, but it'll drop down under $100. I'm gonna put some position in there, and then I just keep it. Maybe just keep it, just treasure it. I'm not gonna sell or anything, just treasure it, and maybe just give that to my kid or my grandkids later on. So I'm not gonna sell any of this because I'm kind of like believe in Elon Musk. Unless something happened to Elon. So if something happened to Elon, I do not believe that like without him the SpaceX gonna do that well. However, let's look at the finance news today for August the 3rd. Stock rose because the market expect less danger to global oil supply. Dow rose about 1.15%, S&P 500 1.5%, and Nasdaq Composite 2.21%. Investors reacted to signs that the U.S. may pursue talk with Iran rather than escalate military action. If shipping through the Strait of Hormuz becomes safer, the market expects more reliable oil supply and less inflation pressure. Oil fell hard, but situation is not settled. WTI fell 6.1% to $79.53, and now come back to $80. Brent fell about 4.9% to $83.64. The positive news is lower gasoline, transportation, and business input costs. The risk is that Iran said no talks were underway, so any escalation could quickly send oil and the market volatility back up. Lower oil brought Treasury yield down. The 10-year U.S. Treasury yield fell to 4.69%. It was 4.70 something early, last week, but now it come back down a little bit. As long as coming back down a little bit at a time is good. After reaching its higher levels in January 2025 on Friday, lower yield generally help growth stocks and tax because future profits are discounted less heavily. It can also reduce pressure on mortgage and business loans rates, although rates remain high overall. Corporate earnings are supporting the rally. About 85% of S&P 500 companies that have reported so far beat analyst expectation, and reported earnings growth were about 29.3%. That is a strong reason investors are still buying stock even with geopolitical uncertainty. Amazon crossed the $3 trillion in market value. Amazon rose more than 4% after strong results, with investors focused on growth demand for Amazon Web Service and AI-related cloud computing. This is another sign that large technology companies are still leading market gain. AI earning test is not over. This will bring results from companies such as Palantir, AMD, SanDisk, Western Digital, and SpaceX. Strong earnings could keep the AI rally moving. Week's forecast could create fast pullbacks in tech, semiconductor, and crypto-related risk assets. US manufacturing is growing strongly, but prices are still a concern. The US ISM Manufacturing PMI was 55.6, the strongest in May 2022. New orders, production, employment, exports, and imports all expanded the support of the economy, but the price index was still high at 71.1, meaning inflation pressure have not disappeared. The Fed is still the bigger question. Strong manufacturing and still high price can make the Fed cautious about cutting rates. This week's labor market reports, especially Friday's job market report, could change expectation for next Fed meeting as pricing strong jobs report may push yield up. The weak data may have bond and growth stocks. So like if the job data is too low, the economy is not good. That is the bad news, but the good news is the Fed may cut rate. But if the job is too good, so the Fed might be increase rate. So the data is tricky. When it's too good, it's not good. When it's bad, it's not good. So it's like if it increase a little bit, it should be like really like good enough. The Treasury plans heavy borrowing, $739 billion in quarter three. This is $68 billion higher than May estimate. More Treasury insurance can put upward pressure on bond yields. The demand does not keep up, which matters for the mortgage rates, stock valuation, and government interest costs. By the way, government interest cost is like cost more than Department of War, so it really high. So yeah, so I think like two department, like two big department together, still lower than the interest rates cost. So that is a big problem. Like Trump should do something to like decrease the borrowing, the national debt. Let's see how we're gonna do about it. JP Morgan is making a major housing commitment. JP Morgan plans to deploy over 750 billion through 2035, increase mortgage lending by more than 40%, have 500,000 customer purchase homes, and support more than 1 million affordable housing units. It is important because the housing market remains slow by high rate, and limited supply. 11. UBS received a major anti-money laundering penalty. FinCEN fined UBS Bank $125 million, the largest civilian penalty imposed on broker-dealer under the Bank Secrecy Act. Regulations said the bank failed to maintain an effective AML program and monitor more than 60,000 foreign currency wire totaling over $10 billion. The broader lesson: bank compliance and regulatory risks have become more important for the financial stocks. 12. Healthcare could see huge merger report say Bristol Major, Script, and AstraZeneca have had primary talk. A deal could create a drug maker value near $400 billion. AstraZeneca fell on the report because investors may worry about execution risk, price, and regulatory approval. So it sounds like AstraZeneca gonna buy Bristol Myers, and usually the buyer stock will low a little bit low or stay the same, but Bristol Myers might be going up. If the deal went through, the price gonna go up a lot for this company, Bristol Myers Squibb. I think that should be good. The crypto is this morning. Crypto does not did not do really well at all. Did not do good at all, but it came back up later. So yeah, the crypto was not good, but it came back up, and yeah, at the at the end of the month it might go up another $2. So to 76. If it go more than that, I'll be more happy. But it doesn't matter, whatever it is. At the end of the year will be go to $95, but it cannot be too. So, but that is the experiment. It will go to $92. Have 403 multiplied by 403 multiplied by let's say 95, 38 38,000. So I make about $6,000. It would go to 95. So I'll be happy as long as I make some money. And but I'm not gonna sell all of them because I want to sell some on the coin so I can sell it to sell in like $240. All right. Thank you for watching today. I will see you again in the next episode. Bye bye.